It is a big day in politics here in Arizona. Of course, it's the presidential preference election today.
That's right. And the polls just opened right now at 6 o'clock. And in just hours, President Biden will actually be here in the Valley. So David is covering this story. We're actually covering this on several ends. That is the big story as Kylie is standing by to talk about the president's visit. But let's check in with David first, kicking off our team coverage at a polling place near 7th Avenue and Bethany Home Road. Good morning.
Scott, Tess, yes, good morning. Polls just opened up at 6 o'clock. I'm here at Phoenix Bible Church. Well, right now it is cool, calm, and collected. We just saw the election workers go inside about 45 minutes ago. No large lines or anything like that. We haven't seen any voters come in on this side of the parking lot. The polls are open today from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Always remember to bring your ID, and if you have your ballot in hand, good news is you could skip the line. And again, this is only for people who are registered with a given political party, registered with the Republicans or Democrats. Today sets up what's supposed to be a very busy election year here in Arizona. And right here in Maricopa County, supervisors invested $6 million into high-speed tabulators and another $9 million in other technology to help streamline the voting day process. The goal this year is to have 99% of the votes tabulated by the end of election week in November. But the county says today's preference election will help them iron out any potential issues ahead of the general election. Take a listen.
There is no such thing as a perfect election. Something will go wrong tomorrow. We know that. And we will learn from that. We learn from it, but there are issues. We will address it. We will communicate it.
And you do still have time to register for that November general election. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, Kylie Cruz takes a look at what it looks like between former President Donald Trump and President Biden and a preview of his visit to Phoenix today. Scott, Tess, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. David, thank you for that. We'll talk to you in a bit.